Metro non-Kristen video, take one.
So, this is Todd.
This is Kenny.
We've decided to turn the cameras around this week and do a Metro story on Kristen King Holmes. So for the last 50 weeks, you've seen Metro stories. They've all been directed, produced by Kristen, but we've yet to have a Metro story on Kristen. So Todd and I have decided to take over the reins, and so we're going to say some nice things about Kristen. But in order to not let her head get too big and ego get out of control, we decided to prove that this could actually be done on an iPhone with a selfie stick
and a couple of idiots. When I first came to Metro, part of my duties were to handle all the marketing efforts. That clearly became something that needed a full-time person. One of the folks that we brought in was, of course, Kristen, and I'm holding her resume right here. We were, of course, very impressed, but one of the things that I kept holding out on was that I wanted a person that could do the graphic design part as well as the communications and marketing part. When we interviewed, it came down to basically three people. I was looking back through some email correspondence, and there were some pretty funny things in there, not the least of which was an email that I sent that said, hey, you know, I really like everybody, but none of them are graphic designers and marketing people, so I'm not that high on Kristen or this other person. Looking back, would have been a really bad decision. What it came down to was, is anyone going to be able to handle dealing with Mike and Milton? And I actually have a note right here that says, been shot at. What we figured was, well, if she's been in the courtroom with Saddam Hussein and she's been shot at, she can handle just about anything Mike and Milton throw at her. So, yeah. So we hired Kristen, and quite honestly, I never looked back.
So I remember the interview process, and I remember Kristen stating her military service, which I'm always impressed with, and the fact that she'd been shot at, was in the courtroom with Saddam Hussein. Mainly, I just didn't want to have to do Christmas cards anymore. So I was glad that we did pick somebody. But I'll tell you, the thing that impresses me the most about Kristen is that first of all, she works tirelessly, but she'll work on a particular project or marketing effort or have an idea about something, and she'll present it to our group, and it may very well get shot down, and somebody says, "No, I really just don't like it." And for most people, that would be a pretty devastating thing, to spend that much time being creative about something, and then for somebody to say, "Nah, I really just don't like that." So Kristen has at least never shown that that's bothered her. If somebody tells her that they don't like something that she put together, she's, okay, well, what do you want to see? And rocks on with it, and maybe she goes home and drinks a lot or something. But at least she's extremely professional and goes on about the business, and just does a great job of making Metro, our products, our services, and our employees make all of us show really, really well.
Well, there was one time we were at a party, the first AMTC that Kristen came to, and she told a joke
that was so terrible
about a pineapple upside down cake. It was just crickets. Nobody said anything, and I just remember looking at her thinking, "Uh-oh,
this may not go well."
Fortunately, we don't rely on her for her jokes, but we still love you. What made you think we had made the right decision when we hired you?
Well, we interviewed a couple people, and in the interview with Kristen, we were talking to her, and I said, just wanted you to know, there's not a whole lot of filters in this building. I said, we can get pretty rough and aggressive with the way we take care of business. I said, do you think you're going to be okay with that? And she said, well, should have been shot at in Afghanistan, and I was the only woman in the war criminal trials for the military. So she says, I think I can handle you guys. And I might be aware of what she might do to us if we act too rough. She's done a really good job of bringing us, you know, up to the latest kind of PR kind of events and kind of promo materials and things like that. She's done a really good job in dragging us into the 21st century with the way we present ourselves to the industry. So she's done a good job.
I didn't, because I had nothing to do with it. You know, no input whatsoever, no feedback. But you guys did a great job because she's worth her weight in gold. Just a little firecracker, just into everything, constantly coming up with new ideas, stuff that we had never dreamed of. The ads that she did was innovative, something that we badly need. She's honed in on family, which is what Metro is always about, and brought that to a new level, trying to get across that feeling that we have about our clients, about our employees, and things we do in this industry. Probably her biggest thing that I would say she does for us is the ability to work with us. I mean, look at Milton. He's constantly on people about this and about that, and the poor girl has got to check with each one. Me, then she feels like she's got to check with Milton before she checks with me, because if Milton poo-poos on her, well, it doesn't even get to me. So the ability to work with a bunch of guys, you know, that have their own idea of what we should be talking about is a difficult task. You know, how do you please everybody all of the time? You can't. But she doesn't give up. She keeps doing it, you know, which is pretty meaningful.
I knew nothing about Metro. I thought it was a very cool company. When I first came, it was big. It was kind of intimidating. I had never been in the aviation industry, so it was a little bit overwhelming. That being said, everyone was very welcoming and helpful, and so I felt like I was at the right place. I was going to be okay.
Did you ever think that you made the wrong decision?
No. Well, the most memorable thing about Metro, I think overall, I can't really pinpoint one thing. I think just overall it's been the relationships that everyone has here. I really appreciate the fact how everyone works together, that it truly is like a family environment. And for me and what I do and coming into this job, that was the one thing that just really helped me. When I think about Metro, I don't think about the helicopters, I don't think about, you know, all the cool stuff that we do, and there's a lot. I think about all my friends that are all here and we're all helping each other. Oh, well, they have their moments. Better than I expected. I was pretty set up to get yelled at a lot. Working for some really tough particular guys, which they are. I feel like I kind of softened the edges of Milton a little bit in my favor after being here for a few years. And Mike has always just been great. Very tough, very particular, but better than I had kind of psyched myself out for. Yeah, I would do it again, not once a week. Yes, I would do it again, and I think that the people that have been watching the Metro Stories would love to see more, and there's still so many more people that I haven't gotten around to. I mean, there's only 52 weeks in a year, and so yeah, we'll do it again. Metro Stories are not going away forever, but we're going to take a little break. Metro is awesome. Everything that everyone says about being a family is absolutely true. Every job that I've been at has just been a job. I've always been looking for the next best thing. What's going to be the next move? What's going to, you know, help me just learn more and elevate my career. And since I've been at Metro, I'm not sitting here looking for the next job or wondering where I go from here, because I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. I feel like I'll just stay here forever, unless I see this video and change my mind.
She got 77-year-old color TV, washer dryer done. A dog known by the name of Nanook. What? What are you doing now?
All right. So in the 5 years that she's worked here, what's impressed you the most?
How much money she could spend.
Sit. Anything else?
Oh my gosh.
Here, I'll let you do that. Good.
I feel like I'm being ambushed.
You are.
Gosh, y'all are newbies.
Well, we feel like
That
it.
is so close.
All right.
I just said duties.
This isn't recording. I'm just
Most memorable things in your 5 years that you've been.
talk about Mike telling the Brazilians about. I can't. I mean, this will be edited, right? How'd I do? Y'all really put me on the spot.
We'd like a retelling of the pineapple cake joke.
Pineapple upside down cake.
I don't even know what I said.
Obviously.
Yeah. I just didn't know how to tell it.